Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a budgeting video, but life just hit us when we got back from our holiday. So I'm just trying to start back up, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today I'll just be going through what we spent on our holiday and whether we went over budget or if we were within our budget. So I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, I've knocked my tripod. Okay, so we'll start with our tickets. So originally the tickets were priced at $2,200. That was including my daughter as a lap infant because she's under 2. But we actually spent a little bit less because we use our credit card to purchase everything. And when we actually applied for our credit card, we got a $450 like travel credit that you could use if you booked through the credit card. So that took off $450 from that, which it doesn't sound like much, especially when it totaled $2,200, but you know, anything counts, right? So we actually spent $1,750 for our tickets, which helped in the long run to stay under budget. So our accommodation, we pre-booked it, and then we paid when we actually got to the hotel. And so that one stayed the same. We thought it might have changed, but luckily it stayed the same. So we paid $1,350 for that, which not horrible, but also not the best. I'm sure we could have found somewhere cheaper if we really tried, but we stayed at the Hilton, which for all intents and purposes was all inclusive. So that was really nice for that one. Our food and drinks, we had done our research for these ones, and if anyone has been to Fiji, you'll know that food is really expensive when you go out to restaurants. So we had budgeted $600, which is a little over $100 a day for us, which we basically used all of it. We went out for our first night and we really splurged. We bought seafood platters and we got drinks and everything. It was really nice, but also it was really expensive. And then also because we were there during Chinese New Year, our resort had like this all-you-can-eat buffet, Chinese New Year styled buffet. So we did do that, and if you ask me, it was very disappointing. We spent in Fiji dollars $85 per person for it. It was not worth $85 per person. In Australian dollars, it's about I'd say like 60, but still, even then, way too much money for what we got. The food was subpar at best, so we kind of regretted doing that, and we kind of wished we just went to a different restaurant. But you live and you learn. Overall, we were still under budget though, because we'd priced it so high. So we spent roughly $500 on all of our food and drinks. If you do watch all of my videos, you'll see that I posted a short, and our first day traveling from Sydney to Fiji was a bit of a mess. Our first flight didn't actually leave Sydney, so we got up in the air and then we had to circle around for 2 hours because there was a mechanical failure, and then we landed back in Sydney. And so we were meant to land in Fiji around 1 p.m, ended up landing about 9 p.m. after getting onto a separate flight, having hassle. We weren't seated together, so I had the baby and my partner was seated like at the opposite end of the airplane. Luckily, some lovely lady sitting next to my partner changed seats with us. So we ended up sitting together on the second flight, but we basically wasted our full first day. So when we got to the hotel, we just ordered room service, which incurred like an extra fee for getting it delivered to the room. But that's all we had, and that's all that was open when we arrived. We ordered at like 10 p.m. at night. So our budget kind of took a hit, but luckily we were still able to stay under our budget. We did also have cash for our food and drink budget, but apparently a lot of the restaurants at all of the resorts like surrounding us, they didn't take cash. So we had to pay by card, and then we used the cash to pay off like our bill at the end, because the front desk, like the concierge, took cash. So that was okay. And then I'm just gonna move this slightly out of shot there so I can move this up. So souvenirs, we also used cash. So they had this really nice handicraft market that we bought most of our souvenirs from. So me and my partner got stuff that just for us, and then we got things for like his family, my family, my daughter. We bought quite a few like plush toys. We're doing this thing where we want to get like a plush toy for her from everywhere we go. So we actually bought her like 2 little cute plush turtles, which were really nice. They again were very expensive. So we budgeted $200 for all of our souvenirs, and we basically used, I'm gonna say, the entire $200. These are just rough estimates because I was silly and I didn't keep my receipts, but that's what we had for that. I'm just going to show you some of the things that we bought. So we've got this cute little like, I'm going to say like face mask kind of thing. So the back is just so you can hang onto the wall. Some of them had screws on them already, but this one was the one that we liked the most, but it didn't have it. So we're going to have to do that ourselves. But that was a really nice, just handicraft face mask there that my partner actually bought. That's his type of things he likes to buy. I bought mainly food. And then we also got matching wrist bracelets for me, my partner, and my daughter. This cute little turtle. They did actually say that the turtle has a specific meaning, but I've actually forgotten what she said. It was along the lines of like good luck and prosperity. So those are just some basic things that we bought. And then obviously I've given all of the souvenirs to my mum and dad, my nan, and then my partner's family got theirs as well. We also did an activity. We weren't planning on doing anything other than just going to the beach and eating a lot of food. But we did end up doing an activity. There was a day cruise. It was called the Finding Nemo Day Cruise, which cost us $155, which, as you can see, it was a bit out of our budget, but it was really nice. I am glad that we did it. They had this little like half submarine boat where you go in the bottom of it, and it's like a glass bottom boat, so you can see all of like the reef and the fishes, and some people went scuba diving afterwards as well, and they got to see dolphins. I didn't because I was looking after my daughter, but my partner went scuba diving, so he got to enjoy that. But yeah, so it wasn't in our budget, but I am glad that we did it just for the experience, because we're probably not going to go back to Fiji. We've got so many other places that we want to visit, but you know, sometimes you just have to splurge. This was also our first overseas trip that we tried to actually budget. It's the first trip that we've had a child, a mortgage. So it was our first trip using a budgeting system. So obviously there are going to be some kinks that we have to work out to try and keep on top of all of it. It also hit us that a lot of places didn't take cash. And that's how I was planning on budgeting. So, you know, hit and a miss, but a good learning opportunity for our next holidays. So if you've got any ideas or things that you do to keep under budget when you go on holidays, especially with a child, that would be really cool to know. And then also just let me know if you want to see these types of videos when we travel more. So our next one is probably going to be the Gold Coast in Australia with the theme parks. So if you want to see more budget breakdowns, just let me know. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.